I hope that didn't get caught in the camp in the thing. All right. Well, we gave Netmarble a hard shake of the fist, and they gave a compensation. I'll talk about that first. The compensation stuff, because if nobody knows why, because hi, we're doing showcase on them 1-6. Meliodes had a change to his passive where if he used 2 single targets, he would gain his taunt back. But they changed it to where it has to be 2-6 now to gain the taunt. And well, that wasn't said in the patch notes or explained that they were going to change it. So on their behalf of being sorry about other things than that, they gave us a choice between 100 gems, 100 LR tokens, and a UR character selector, which had Bond and Meli on it. Now, this showcase is going to be literally no Meliodas challenge impossible challenge. And we're going to just see if I could do this. Which, by all means, it's not easy going against Meli without Meli, but with other Meli. Because other Meli doesn't do anything. Her not half her kit, but 10% of her kit is helping counters. So she's like a demon support more than anything, and Meli support. But if you have other Meli with another Bond and Escanor Merlin, another Meli is barely doing anything. I gotta open up this window. It's hot in here. There we go. And so here we are. I'm doing this without Meli next week. If Netmarble doesn't get, I think we're still boycotting. I don't know. Are we still boycotting? Probably. There's no hashtags for it, but everyone's just saying, because the main reason wasn't because they changed Meli's dupe alts. That's a part of it, because that sucks, and making characters now dupe heavy affects the whole economy of the game, where you can't just summon once, you can't just go a full rotation, waste 600 currency, and then only get 1 unit, and then not have the other unit. So then you have to go on another 600, making units dupe heavy changes the summon and economy of the game to where you have to summon multiple times for that unit. And if their kit is locked behind their dupe levels, like before, it wasn't like this where, well, if you get a unit to 6/6, then you have something extra. But it's not half their passive is locked behind having them 4/6 or 3/6, like Bond, where he has a Tarmiel, a red Tarmiel Link heal effect that only works once he's 2/6. So my Bond isn't healing. Whenever we get hit, we're not healing 10% of max HP. I think it's that. And then at 4/6, that's 40% of max HP, which is a really good effect. It's really crazy good. But it's locked behind getting taunts. And I feel like my voice is weird. Okay. And Meli didn't have anything locked behind dupes until they added the whole thing where he has to be 2/6 to get his taunt again, which is weird. That's why I think percentages as well go up. Everything, these guys at 1/6, all their percentages are 5%. At 4/6, they become 15%, or over 40%, or over 30%. Or with Meli's transgression things, I think those change too, to 5% to 10 and 15. But also having just not be transparent and changing things without even telling us until we get the characters and we play the characters and we notice that, hey, he's not doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing, and then they're oh well, sorry about that. But also having really dupe heavy units causes the banner to be that you have to summon on really kind of unnecessary. Not I'm trying to say bloated, but it's because also the rates for the new characters are 0.25. When it's a single unit banner, it is 0.5%, where with a 2% chance for an SSR to appear. So it's a 2% chance for an SSR to appear. 0.5% of that 2% is a coin flip, not a coin flip, but it's a percentage of getting the new unit. since they made this banner a dual unit banner, they cut the rates and turned it 0.25 0.25. But it's still 2% on the SSR. So you still have a chance of getting an SSR you don't want. And as well, also bloating the banner with like useless units. My summons, I got freaking Denzel. Nobody knows who the hell Denzel is. Denzel was relevant when he released 5 years ago. Almost 5 to 4 years ago. He doesn't have an LR. Are they gonna LR him? No. Would they LR him? Probably. It would be funny if they do. If after like everyone's like, "Well, why is Denzel in this banner?" It's because we're gonna LR him. Haha. But still, I got one dupe of him. I have like, I think on this banner like 2 other units that I don't have next to Bon and Meli, which is like I think the Droll, and nobody's gonna say no dupes for Loki, but and I'm like this. That's the reason why I summoned on the banner, because I had 3 units: another Bon, another Meli, and a Droll to summon on him. And I'm just like seeing like, yeah, it kind of sucks because if I get Denzel, I get Escanor, I get Esterosa, I get, what was another one on the banner? I don't remember. Bonds, like Gojo Bonds on this banner. Like he's like a character you want to get 2/6, and if you already have him 2/6, then you don't need to summon him for him anymore. But like the thing is, you're summoning on these banners for the banner units, not for what's in the SSR pool, because you can't like be hopeful to get anything from the SSR pool because there's too much stuff in it, and if you're gonna summon, you just gotta summon for the characters that you want. The banners units, which sucks because before, I think a long time ago, when it was when it does 2 unit banners, they would be both 0.5%. So it would be a coin flip, or also it was SSRs back then 3%. I think they were 2% still, or something like that. But it was a coin flip. 1%, you got a 2% chance of getting SSR, and then it was a 50% chance of getting the new unit or an old unit. Now it's not even a coin flip, it's a quarter of a coin flip, which is, I don't know how you make a quarter of a coin flip. But that really affects stuff, as well as longevity of the game and content. Just nothing new for this what if event, making it like a collab type deal so that there's an incentive to summon on it, because the characters are going to become limited. And just like a bunch of other things that the community just is in uproar with, because they're like, Netmarble's not doing like everything that they could be doing. Like they finished Origins technically. Origins is on like a scheduled basis now of just like drop stuff in a month. So like they don't need to be like hard coding anything anymore, unless like they still are, because Origins is a broken game. But as of right now, of what I've seen of Origins, it blew up my PS5. Am I mad about it? No. No, yeah, I am mad about it. That silence was for the car. I wasn't just being quiet. No, I didn't blow up my PS5, but still. The game still has like some bugs. Probably Origins, I'd say it still has a lot of bugs with menuing and UI efficiency, even though they could literally just change the UI effects to just be a mouse and click like it is in PC. They could easily just port it to mobile. And not to mobile. They could port it over to console to be the same, which would like probably fix a lot of issues that they're having, because I think they think console is a whole new breed of bullshit. But yeah. So mostly content, and then I'm here thinking like, what would be good content? And then I was thinking about the deck builder stuff, because I've been getting a lot of TCG stuff to play with my friends. And like they say that this game is technically a deck builder game. Not like the App Store says it, but they themselves say like, build the 7 Deadly Sins deck, or build the Demons deck, or they don't say team. I don't know why they can't just say team, but it's technical deck because they got cards. I don't know how you're gonna like put that in, but yeah. So they could probably make some like kind of card mechanic content stuff. I'm not gonna give any of my ideas. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, I should probably talk to my friends first to see if, hey, should we like enact something with this, or do I just like release it to the public? But but yeah, they could easily make like way more content. They could also do like a kind of, well, they can't do a free roam type thing because we saw what Origins is, and they don't know how to do free roam. I feel like Origins should have just been a one-man army type game. It already is like PvE solo orientated anyways. Like there's like little to do with friends other than the most hardest content in the game. And another thing that you could do is just speedrun bosses. Like that's another thing that's like the biggest thing on this game. You speedrun or you play the hardest content with your friends and cry that you don't beat it. And it's just like, why not have any smaller game modes? Not any gacha stuff, like not like a lot of machine like content. There's a Twigo content right now that's just like, you just kind of pay to him cut trees and you get stuff. That's not content. That's just freebies that people. That's like time limited freebies for people to be on at the time. And it's just not. That's not content. Content is like a game mode where you could just go and like do something. And Netmarble doesn't understand how to orientate their assets and their resources to those things. Because they keep revamping Leona's defense. They don't need to revamp Leona's defense. It was fine as it is. It's a 2-hour slog of press button move stuff. And like that's just what it's going to be. There's no way to make that any better than what it is. They revamped Patrol. Why did they revamp Patrol? Oh, they added little chibis because they have that from Seven Deadly Sins Idol. And they're like, well, we got to use these for something else now. And, well, they used it for that. Which doesn't make sense. And all they did was, like, add, like, kind of like a seasonal thing to it. Where they already had that before. But they revamped the UI. And nobody asked that. I don't think there's, like, anybody that asked for that. But, cool. They did that. There's the legendary bosses with the legendary weapons, which doesn't make sense, and a lot of people are kind of iffy about it too, because then why add these legendary constellation bosses and the Starforge if you could have just given out the LR weapons? But I think that's just Netmarble kind of being like kind of dumb, because I know that they were like, oh, we're gonna add LR, and LRs come with a top and clothing, but no weapon. And they're like, well, you can make the weapon an event thing. And then they thought, well, people hate. I think they were gonna actually do it like this. They're gonna give it to the old man, my dad. They're gonna give it to the shady peddler. But then they saw that people hated the shady peddler with the whole gotcha mechanic of getting clothing and stuff. And then they're like, oh shit, we gotta step back. Make the legendary arena that has nothing to do with constellations or anything, and make the Starforge. And then they revamped that. They didn't revamp. They just like paint bucketed like a constellation skin on all the legendary bosses, so that it looked like, oh, there's a reason. Like, oh, they're made out of stardust or whatever. So when you kill them, you get star fragments, and then you put it in the Starforge to get your legendary weapon. I think that was supposed to probably be an upgrade mechanic. I don't think that was going to be actual like cosmetic stuff, until they saw us like talk shit about the creepy peddler. I forgot his name. I said it like a little bit ago, but I forgot his name again. But yeah, I think that's what happened there. And they were like, oh, well, like, we still got 2 weeks. We could make something. We could, like, well, we have, like, probably, like, they had 5 days. And they're like, oh, people don't like it. Let's change it. Unless I'm saying all this out of my ass and the creepy peddler and the LR legendary things came out at the same time. But I feel like I remember it. I feel like I remember it being Peddler and then the legendary boss battle. As well, Labyrinth. It's great that they're adding like more like not continuity, but more like access to things like LRs, and then also having LRs for Leona's battle, because like why would you lock that out of the game that it like exists? Also, Holy Relics too. It was weird that they didn't just immediately add the Holy Relics to those mini games. And then we have the Knighthood. What was it called? The really hard content to get the LR coins from. The hardest content in the game. It could be the hardest content or the easiest content if you want to torture yourself. And like they didn't do anything else to that. They just made it where like every month it would just be harder. It would get harder no matter what. Through like through new units that are just going to be more more game knowledge to play it out as and everything like that. But I mean, I haven't talked about nothing about the fight that's going on right now. Yeah, at this point, I was like, why don't I just take other melee out and just use humans? Because even Bond at 1/6 is still pretty good. Melee is just for demons at 1/6. So if you have them all at 1/6, oh shit, man, forget what I was saying, man. I don't know shit. Oh man, nah, yeah, this is hard. Going against melee without melee is crazy. And this is ungeared. Like, it's not like, oh man, Terror failed. Anyways, it's just hard, dude. It's hard. Ungeared hard, bro. What the hell? Also, I was trying to get in like the top like 20 in ungeared, and I think I got to like top 100 or something. But I checked like the leaderboard, and the dude at the top at number 1 is this guy with like 14,000 combat class, or like not the combat class. 14. Are you fucking serious? 14,000 what's it called? The battle points. And I'm like, every week the game like drops your your point total by 1,000. So like he could leave the game for like at least like 6 weeks and he would still probably be top 1 if nobody tries to climb up to him, because everyone else is at least above 4,000. The minimum to get into top 1,000, I think, or top 100 is 4,500. Because it's like based on everyone else's like scores. And the highest is 14,000, and the second highest is 4,600. So I was like, I think I stopped at 4,000, and I was like, oh, I only need like 500 more points to get to the top. And then I see the 14,000. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? Which was really funny and really cool. And I think like, doesn't that kick Gones out? Because I remember Gones being like, he's the number 1 on like box CC, I think, or something like that. Man, do I have the hiccups? Okay, that was weird. But yeah, no, Gon never said he was like the best PvP person in the game, or he probably is for geared. I don't know. I don't check, and I don't do geared. I gotta do geared, man. Every time I do geared, I'm in gold, and then I'm like, all right, let's get through the slog, and then I fight like an actual real person, and I'm like, oh, I'm done. Oh man. But yeah, this is gonna be a quick video because like shit, I got smacked, and nothing could go longer than like 3 or 4 turns if you don't have melee. Because literally melee is just the anchor. You just spam him and he just kind of clears everything out. But yeah. Also me playing bad. I feel like it was also me playing bad, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take away all gauge and I'll also pop ult, and then I seal myself, and then like, well, now if another Bond can't steal ult, and like what do? But the animations are clean. I say these units animated without all the controversy that are going on right now. These are like really good animated characters, and I'm not saying that because they're women. I'm not saying that because they're women. But I just gotta say something. One more thing. That the swimsuits, like holy moly, Bond, you got like no clothes on. She just has like a bikini and a top, and then Meliodas also has like, Meliodas stole Thor's fit. Meliodas stole Thor's summer fit, and just has a big ass fucking big ass popsicle, right? What is it? Yeah, it's like a big ass popsicle as a weapon, and I'm like, well, there goes that. They just stole all Thor's fit. I'm gonna put that in the thumbnail. They stole her whole flow. They stole her whole flow, bro. What the fuck? What is this? And it's gonna be so funny. It's gonna be at the end of the video, and nobody's gonna be at that point. But well, and my last standing goodbyes. I got nuked by Meliodas. The characters are good. The characters are good looking. That's it. Quoted. Oh man. Though I do think that's it. I'll put like hashtag boycott on this YouTube video. I don't know if that like would affect anything. If it does, it does. Then it doesn't. I don't know. Though I do think they're gonna probably drop another compensation, which is, you know, which is cool if they do. Though it was dumb that they just didn't give us all the 100 gems and the 100 things. But you know, it's whatever. I'm out of here. I'm leaving.